There we go. Music is there, we are here. I think nothing is missing. Oh well, I need someone to join my host, so I'll go and make an host. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I guess I'll use you as a, you know, you Vault as a dummy.
Oof, I'm dumb.
I'm dumb. Yeah. All right. Oh, I cannot see my own. It's fine. I don't really have to. Okay. Everything should be on. Let me check. Yeah, that should be fine.
I can't connect.
Oh,
What?
I forgot Sakural.
Yeah,
That's
I
amazing.
wondered.
Hey, that's rare. I usually don't forget about that. Oh, I need to net. Yeah, right. I need to. Okay. Give me a second. There he goes. Now you can. Now you can join. There you go.
Booyah.
Apologies. That was a
Yeah.
bit dumb. Let me move this away. I use a batch script to launch Soku, so I never have to. Yeah, no. I usually in a normal scenario, I also do that, but that also opens my Tensokukan, which takes scores and whatnot. So yeah, to avoid that, I just go manual. So anyway, in truth, when I wanted to open this up, I didn't add. I somewhat as an idea for a topic because no one really, asked us anything at all. So we just kind of, have to go manual. But I guess Vol suggested the usual topic. It's literally the same topic. It has been like at least like the fourth time we go about this, right?
Yeah.
You try to.
I just want.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, yeah. So a lot of you are new to Soku, but have played other fighting games. What you may know in general is the free structures, which is about waiting. So you wait in neutral. So I can just come to him, and this is real sound, and I win neutral. Or he can press a button to stop me, and all that is the free structure. And yeah,
Offense,
if you don't know about
neutral,
it, it's
defense.
if you don't know about these free structures, well, you should, because it helps all around for any kind of game. There are many videos that are about these, and many of them are great.
Pretty much. They are like every fighting game is based off defense, offense, and neutral, and they all come together into one big pot. Knowing all of them is probably the most important thing you want to know, because it makes probably 75% of the game. The other stuff is the character. You can still easily beat other people and win by knowing only your character, but it is only when you also learn the game and how the game works on your character and with your character that you get really, really strong. And Volt suggested we try to explain how you learn this with every character. Or at least not every character, but like when you pick a new character, how you go about that, how you go about learning different. And I think that's a really tough topic to open, like this kind of thing,
I think it's important to know what your character does, because you have this game. There are so many skills that kinda distract you. They're cool. It's fine. You want to learn them, of course, but you have to know what the normals do, what the most uncommittal moves do, what the a bit more committal moves do, and what the very big commits do.
Yeah, they all have up and downs. Like for example, Remo is really, really basic on that. Like she has, because a lot of buttons. Okay, let me try this. So let's talk about this. And if you have any question about anything at all, literally just ask. It's gonna go for like 1 hour, 2 hours total, 2 hour 30
Yeah,
best.
1 or 2. Yeah.
2:30, 1:30, something like that. So if you have any question, we can literally just stop talking about whatever we are talking, and we can answer whatever comes to your mind. But for now, let's try to talk about this for the 10,000th time about how the fundamentals are applied. As well, I'm going to vomit about this topic one of those days. So each character in the game, two. Yeah, no, don't mind me. So each character, all characters have 4 different special moves. Like it's pretty basic. Unless you're like Patchouli, then you have 5, I think, right?
Yeah.
She has 6.
No, 5.
Doesn't she have any possible input?
No.
Meaning she has 6 moves?
What? No, she has 623, 236, 22, 214, and 421.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no more.
Um,
Don't give her more.
No, I mean,
more
yeah,
skills
she
than
doesn't. She doesn't need that. But yeah, all characters usually have like 4 moves. And it's 6 to 3,
Yeah.
2 to 6, 2 2, and 2 1 4, or 4 to 1. Depends on the situation. But usually it's 4 moves, except Patchouli. And all of those moves, they do something different. So once you know those, you're already in a good spot. But the problem is that the character also has all those extra moves that come from the normals. So B, C, and A all do something completely different. From what button you have at far range to what you have on a dash button, or those two, and those, this, that one there, this one. Like I often see that when someone decides to play a character, they don't really, they completely forget about certain buttons, and I think that's really too bad, because if you understand properly how all the basic buttons work, you have an easier time with properly playing the character. It makes it easier to actually make get through the game. You get to do by knowing how all those moves are supposed to be applied and what scenarios. You usually end up with more tools to work with and less problems, because you have more options. Usually, more options you have access to, the better.
All right. So what I wanted to showcase is how a character can keep out. So you have the free structure, you have touchdown, you have keep out, you have waiting.
Oh yeah, the mid range, right?
And the mid range, like how do you prevent me from getting in there? You use a keep out move. So it's a move that is a bit bigger than this or this, but it's not too committal like I don't know which ley line.
Wow,
oh.
I'm surprised actually. Knock me down.
Yeah. Fuck. Too bad.
Right. Yeah, no, what Volt is saying is right, because while like the characters, when it comes to melee, which is I think something that confuses people, in normal fighting games you actually have longer buttons that you can utilize in neutral and they are melee. So like, you press a button and you get like a longer reach button that you can utilize to keep the opponent out or make spacing or whatever you want to do. But in Soku, the longest button you have access to is either the far button, this one, far away, or something like 6A, 3A, depends on your character. For example, if I were to pick Suika, both 3A and 6A are pretty good, but I think 6A is slightly better. You can also charge it to, go really far. Remo is the same. 3A is an anti-air pretty much, but if you charge it, it actually has slide that goes pretty far. You can use it from something like this, and that is actually kind of plus if you do it like from a certain distance. So, there's still there's some commitment, especially if you use a command normal, which goes usually pretty far. There is some commitment to it. So what are the buttons that you want to utilize at mid-range that are not,
Yeah, the pokes.
Egg pokes. So in this game, yeah, what are the pokes in Soku? In Soku, usually bullets are the closest thing you have to a poke. Actually, they are straight up a poke. For example, Remo.
They're full screen pokes.
Right. Yeah, pretty much poke. By
yeah.
B to B, right now 2B is pretty nice. I like it personally. Like the range is this. Go.
Oh my bad.
Oops. No, I mean 2B. No, do 2 to B.
No, by Stafun.
Oh, so just tell me. I didn't know this.
Yeah, my bad. What you tell me?
2B.
2B.
It has pretty good range. and it's pretty good to stop someone from just randomly barging in, because exactly to do that you have to. There we go. It has pretty good recovery. You see, like this one too. This one pushes back. Now it's really good range. Oh, well, there we go. You can utilize. Obviously, if someone tries to just, that's another story, and that's why you want to utilize those kind of projectile like this to have the opponent force himself by either jumping or dashing in. If he jumps, you can actually anti-air. All characters have some form of anti-air that makes it so that if you try to do exactly that. Rainbow 623 is actually a bit committal, but it's actually pretty decent. Especially if you have a move that you can cancel in the air, you can even do 623C and then cancel into that move. Also on trade, this one is super good. Go.
Which move?
Jump in.
Jump in, okay.
Look at the trade. The damage.
Yeah.
And so pretty much you want to establish the ground game so that they start jumping, because jumping is really easy to actually beat in this game. If you know what you're doing, obviously. That's the problem, probably. But once you establish this mid-range, right, you can, you know.
Yeah, so the mid-range is established by two types of folks. The melee ones, they are shorter, but they prevent them from gazing in and just going rest down. So you have to know how big these are. Like Marisa Prey is quite good, and if you manage to use it, you may even prefer it over Par 5A. Well, it's a pretty good. Also.
Yeah, no, it's just really good moves.
And so you have to know your A button. Your A button, you have to know how it works all around.
There we go. You gotta know the range, the active. It helps a lot setting up those buttons based on this information, because this one, for example, is really good. You know.
Yeah. So if you want a reference for frame data, a good melee poke is like less than a full second recovery total. So yeah, usually all the good buttons but are not too committal and have a good range, they're less than a full second total.
So like 60 frames recovery total?
Yeah, usually it's more 50 frame, like 50 frame is really good. If you can get below that, that's even better.
I feel like it's big, like it's kind of big advanced talk to talk about frames, but like in general, you know, moves that you can see like by your own eyes that feel fast, like this one is pretty decent on recovery, and even on high jump cancel, like this one too, say. But something slow could be like the general amount of time that you get to move is kind of be more finicky, or this one too. Actually no, the removes are overall pretty fast. Let me see. What shield is low? This one. This one, if blocked, is super slow. See? So like raising for 5A is 30 for free. Yeah, that's really fast. Like that's a godlike button. Let me show you. Like that thing, just press A. So good. Great hitbox. You know, type of formation, I guess. Fast, high, combos.
Anti-air.
Oh yeah, anti-airs. You can combo into it. Pretty good on just neutral like this. Like it's pretty damn good. It's a great button. Obviously, it can still be beaten, obviously, if the opponent knows what he's doing. There we go. You can beat it by acting before, or even just with punish, really. Or doing something like that, almost. So yeah, that kind of button is actually really good, and yeah, it's a good example. It's a good example of a good button.
Okay, so say yeah.
That's your.
That's my area. Yeah.
Oh, wait,
so your carry. That's my main for people who don't know, and one of her specialty is that her buttons go
really far.
Pretty far. 3A and 6A actually don't have that much of a difference in what they cover, and 3A is just a bit worse in recovery. And so 6A just goes a bit a bit farther. And that's what you want. You want to occupy space as much as you can, and you don't have.
there is commitment to command normals, but the reality of it is that if you throw an block low, if you block a command normal, depending on what they do, like you can just dash forward and do stuff like high block. Nice. If I do that and then a bullet, you can actually, depending on what I do, they're sharp. So to avoid that, like you can use command normals in neutral and then just recover all of them like this.
Yeah.
Due to that,
Yukari is especially good at that because
she's good.
Yeah, big buttons. That's why I don't use much 4-5A or even 2A because 6A does all the job I want, or even 3A.
I feel like you should use both, but that's on me, I guess.
It's a bit harder, and I don't get a combo of a 4-5A natural if I don't prefer 6A. But well, that's getting specific. So yeah, your buttons, you must learn them. Yeah. How you poke them out. The A button, right?
Yeah, bullets basically. So it is how it works, like the mid-range for every character in the game, pretty much. When you throw a projectile, you're creating a situation where you're trying to force the opponent into dashing. And once you establish that on mid-range you're trying to, throw those bullets, you start, there you go. You start checking on them. Yeah. If possible, if you have a good 4-5A or you want to go for a 4-5A, it's better because that 4-5A creates then another situation which makes them think even more. Yeah, it creates a situation where if you block, there might be another move. So you can, because if you don't, you act after the 4-5A, I can do a 6A.
Yeah, so I have to respect, that's why.
But due to the bullets being your best option at mid-range, because of the distance, and what they like force the opponent to doing, you want to learn how to utilize those bullets and just recover, do stuff. If they jump, that's fine. You start using your anti-air. And see, like I did 2B, he jumped to me. I can still block. Now obviously that creates another entire scenario where, but I don't like blocking and going to die if I block. It's like, you gotta learn defense. Trust me, it's really, really strong. And if you do, you're not going to die at all, and it's gonna be absolutely fine. And in this game too.
Microphone cut. Your microphone cut.
That defense is so good that if you learn it properly, you will hardly die unless you fight someone really good anyway. So, like on an average tier, if you know your defense well, it's really hard that your opponent can straight up kill you from putting you into a defensive stance. Like again, that entire story about fuzzing and all that, it's really important that you learn how to properly do it. That's really, really important. You can change completely the fight, and in this game it's actually really hard to break someone if they know defense pretty well. I thought Daga was, and like he has a really good offense as Sakuya, and he's trying to adapt, but just right blocking a lot of things he does, and surviving a lot. That's what I mean, So. When it comes to the character, right? You need to understand what the character can, like, what are the character's options, and I think that's really hard. Like, we want to talk about that, right? And it's like, how you will go about that if you think about it. For example, I use Yuma as an example because I think she has like, when you go to about anti-air, it's like what? Like she has on the normal buttons, those, right?
Yeah, but they don't aim diagonally upward.
The only thing that aims properly diagonally outside of the 6-3, which is committal as hell, is something like 2B. But funny enough, 2B is not an instant anti-air, it's something you do preemptively. The actual anti-air somehow, it's 6B actually. 6B makes your box lower, and if you do it preventively, it's pretty much impossible for the opponent to jump on you. They literally cannot. So your anti-air in this case is 6B, and that's kind of problematic. 2B is still an anti-air, like if you do it preventively, it still works, because if you throw those and then jump forward, they cannot contest you. That's the thing. Like, go ahead, jump, try to get on me. Whereas, if you do it preventively, when you see someone in the air,
I have to back down.
Yeah, you have to go away. So 2B still works as a possible anti-air, like still an option you have. But It's crazy how good 6B is in this case. And when you pick another character, let's say Suika for example. Yeah, characters I play. Unexpected. When you pick someone like Suika, again, she kind of has an entire, but it's only diagonal. Jump on me. 6B does work okay, but if they fall like down on you, depending on where they are, you have to 2C. Actually, 2C can be just set up randomly neutral as an anti-air. The thing about anti-airs in Soku is that you need to recognize if you have a character that actually has like an instant anti-air, and Suika actually does. Jump on me. 2-1 for C. Actually aims pretty yeah, I know.
Actually, no.
It's actually the anti-air you have access to. That's the anti-air, yeah. You can get a combo out of it. Like, you need to recognize what the character has access to, which is not easy. Some characters have it easier than others, like Patchouli can literally just press 5C. But in truth, I think she has also 6B maybe? For B, no, for C or for B, which creates this wall of stuff. Reimu has clearly 2C and 6B as an anti-air, especially 2C, which is a great anti-air because it makes... and here I'm getting a bit too advanced for the explanation, but like 2C, it's kind of better than 6B to a degree because of Reimu crouching down, making a hurt box harder to hit. Yeah, for B, that's the move. When she creates a shield and it's super strong. And 2C is a very vertical too, so if you have an opponent like stuck in the air for some reason, you can actually, you know, do stuff. It goes up to the ceiling. So if they are in the sky, you can actually try to snipe them with this and then follow up. Like, that kind of stuff is absolutely possible. But if they try to jump on you normally, your 6B is the option you have mostly access to. It's super good. See? Simple as that. You can also do... I figured.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured. Like, you can do that too. It covers like both angles, so it's super good. So when you pick a character, it's probably for the best if you go and recognize like what could be an anti-air. The different characters, different styles. Utsuo, for example, doesn't need to use something like 6B or 5B. Even if it goes like this, like if you jump on me, I can utilize that. Actually, that's kind of bad. 6B maybe? 6B is actually kinda, yeah, actually kinda decent, right?
It's okay, but look at the damage. 200 if I get hit randomly.
It's not much. To C
yeah,
is okay.
Better.
Yeah, to C is pretty good. 2 B is vertical and that's it. 6 to 3.
2-2.
Oh yeah, I forgot. 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they jump. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, 2-2.
You know how fast it is? 8. 8 frames, and it goes there.
It's so hard
to beat.
It's so bad. It's so good, as in so bad to beat. It's so strong.
Actually, Itsuo is one of the characters with the strongest anti-air game.
Yeah, exactly. 3A by itself is
crazy. 4A. It's a meme, but it's strong for real.
If you block it, you are forced into 3A pretty much. You have nothing. You cannot do anything. 2C is a decent anti-air if they jump on you. 2B is godlike. 2B is so good. Like if you the only way they have to beat it if they dash on you, and like attack you on the ground, which I've done once, but it's like they can just release the move whenever you want. Like you do 2B and suddenly if they try to approach. Any time you can just release it. They don't know when.
Yeah.
And they have to put themselves into such a strange position. Technically, densest bullet. I mean, yeah, because she can charge it up, I assume. Each character has a different move, and I don't think we can just sit down here and be like, this character does this character does this, and this character. We could, but I don't think that's like. Anti-airs are usually either a bullet, 6B. It's often something like 6B. For example, Suwako has 6B, which is actually vertical. See? 5B, no. That one is kind of an anti-air, I assume. I mean.
Well, yeah,
I feel like yes, but also no, you know? 3A, 3A Lilipad is obviously really good. Really good. Yeah, that one is good. What else does she have? 623. Sprinkle 623 is just inhuman. She even has a melee hitbox that you cannot block. The stomach of this thing is actually like a melee attack that you cannot block in the air. 3A maybe? Jump on me? From an angle. But I feel like this could be like a ghetto jump. Not really. I'm not feeling it. But
it's difficult, yeah.
Like 6B is a pretty decent entire. The reason why like we don't go straight up into like 623s or buttons, like due to the fact that when you pick a character, due to the fact that when you pick a character, you have this situation where sorry, I'm losing track of my own thoughts. So yeah, basically when you press a button, right, you have a follow-up depending if you hit. So something like 6A can be follow-up into something like 623 or even 5B, and then that 5B can go into 5C, and that 5C can go into 623. So in the same way, when you're trying to enter an opponent, if you manage to utilize a lower tier button, it's actually better for you because you get to do other moves. So mailing us to B, for example, which is
it's big. It's really big.
It's actually really big, but sometimes it just doesn't want to work, which is too bad because from 2B you can 5C. You don't even. I believe you can do on whiff cancel, right? 2B, yeah. And similar, like Yuko has the classic so Mimi 2B 5C, 2B to C, 2B to C.
2B to C.
It's not really defensive as much. You have the
that's the
5C is best. So you do like 2B is pretty good as an anti-air and even ground control, and then 5C. See?
Yeah, I can't just.
And if you jump on me and you and I do 2B, I still have a bunch of cancels, so it's super safe for me. Yeah, you do that, and I still get to do that, or even better, actually. My bad. That one too. It's behind. Like, you know, it's that kind of stuff. Like, due to utilizing a lower tier move, you actually get to do, you know, more defense. You can work with more defense, and it makes it easier for you to enter here. So when you're trying to pick a character, you should check like what either if you have a normal, like a melee attack that can be utilized as anti-air. You call 6A, for example. Jump on me. If you jump diagonal, I think I can still hit you. Yeah, pretty decent. 6A is pretty okay. Like it can definitely work as an anti-air. J5A is okay. J2A is also pretty good if you manage to jump above them. So you need to go like when you pick a character, go step by step. Check if any normal is AUB and goes like decently in the air. If not, then go into the B buttons and see if anything could work as an anti-air. Reminder that you shouldn't be reacting like in a normal fighting game. Normally in a normal fighting game, jump on me. React like the last moment, usually. Like straight up when they are super close to you. In Soku, it's more a case of setting up the defense. So when you see them jumping, you already throw the thing. So if you try to find buttons that can work as an anti-air, and they seem slow, try thinking in a case of setting up the defense, rather than, you know, anti-airing instantly. Some cases, obviously, case by case, because now I'm thinking Yomo and 6B is like something you have to do in preparation. But like, for example, Yuko can just 2B on the moment, on the fly, and it's super good. 2C is not really anti. 5C is better at that point. 4-2-1B is kind of slow, so you have to do it in advance to a degree. That kind of stuff. And so yeah, when you pick a character, go button by button and see all of them and try to visualize, right? And worst case scenario, just ask around. I'm sure someone can help you. But by yourself, if you like, if you just want to sit down and learn by yourself, go on each button and see what can stop. What you have to stop. Like I'll try to end this in this manner. what you have to what you have to stop in Soku, yeah, it's a jump in, but like again, you have to set it up. Like see if whatever you're trying to utilize can just stop a jump in, can stop the action of jumping on you. Not even just a jumping, just moving on you, just stopping someone from, getting close. That's also good as an anti-air. So like, there we go, done. That's the anti-air. To B is vertical. It works, but it's kind of vertical. 5B, I think it's good. 6B too. 6B? 6B is okay. Like 3A. 6A, no, it's 3A. But our one is kind of slower, so we have to do a bit in advance. There we go, trade, but the trade is really good for Komachi. She gets back neutral and big damage. And if you jump on me, Marisa has obviously 6 to 3, but it's committal. So if you want something simpler, you can do J5A too, which didn't work there. There we go. 6B again. Good anti-air. 2C. As long as it stops the action of going in, it's good. Like, doesn't, even if you do it preventively, as long as it stops them from getting closer to you, it's fine. So I think that's that could explain. Like when you pick a character and when it comes to fundamentals, you want to especially learn what are the anti-airs because they are super important in this game. The mid-range buttons are usually like something like 5B. Usually the B bullets are pretty mid-rangey, Depends on the character, obviously. Like Maida 2B is pretty good as a mid-range one, but 5B works as well. Komachi can probably throw a 5B. 5C is okay. I think what's the problem. We are not talking about the cover, right? I think that also helps. Like each character has a different way to approach the cover system, and I think. For example, Remo has 2-6, which I think is a really good cover. It starts like late and forces the opponent to get close on you to avoid it, which is good because you can, if they dash up, due to how the bullets works, you can actually, unless you do that, you can also. But the better thing is that I'm playing Remo lately, and it's like I'm trying to do this. It's super good. They just land cancel it properly. It's so powerful. Like look how much I gain from being able to actually move after utilizing those. You see?
Yeah. About the cover. Recently, I just updated my guide to neutral, and I was discussing about bullets themselves. How do you use them? Because they're pretty difficult. There are so many of them.
Oh, bullets.
And maybe you don't really know what they do. Like I picked Alice because it's the most extreme example. She's a set play character. I said death. I said those. And I can do a set one. I can do whatever, and they come. So.
You didn't do everything. I think it was out of camera.
I can just sit there, and this is my set play. I can go in. So they're basically a cover for rush down. I do nothing. I can rush down.
Yeah, because if I try to attack you, the bullet doesn't disappear. So you set up the doll. You seem defenseless.
Yeah.
Set up the doll. You seem defenseless. Oh, that was too. Use up. Yeah. And that happens. So you have to respect the presence of the doll, pretty much.
Yeah. So Alice is an extreme example, but for all characters, to some extent, they have a bullet that covers them, but do some set play, and it allows them to do rush down and not just be a character with only melees to work with.
Yeah. The
yeah. So those kind of bullets are very important because that's what a lot of people use to protect their neutral. And to that, there are another kind of bullet that destroys, well, either snipes rush down, either destroys set play, or both. I don't know if Alice has that kind of bullet. Like basically.
She has 6B. If you set up like if I do this and you do 6B,
This is snipe.
Yeah, that's a snipe, alright. It's not dense bullet, but it goes through everything, so it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah. I try to do something from afar, and we're playing neutral, and it's like, okay, I need this. You can just 6B.
Thank you, medic. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
wait,
if I don't know if Alice is the best example.
wait, I'm trying.
Yeah, I'll pick your correct because it's easy to explain bullets with her.
I'm picking all the stages every time. I like that kind of thing. I don't know.
So let's say you do that launch 236 launch console. No, you jump 236 launch console.
Damn.
Here.
Damn.
This is my C bullets here destroy his set play. It also destroys moves he made.
Does it?
Bro.
Okay, does. Fair enough.
Does.
Okay, fair enough. But what if? What if? Okay, anyway,
Yeah, we're playing in neutral on the gate, but
yeah.
at closer range.
Literally playing neutral right now. There we go. I had advantage there. Still, the advantage becoming too close.
So what you do with set play is kind of disturbing the free structure we established and make Rushdown a bit stronger than just.
An example here. If I do this, right?
Yeah.
And I have that, so if you block it, that's really good for me as you get pushed. But you can do, if I approach from the ground like this, what you can do is jump above me.
Well.
That's kind of hard, I know. And that resets the neutral to your advantage to a degree. So and if I do this instead, you can approach. You can instead go for the ground. Oh, sorry, my brain.
Whoa.
And that actually happens normally in the game. Like when they throw something at you, what happens often is they try to high jump on you. So that's why I always said, I always say to people, dash under, ground dash. Due to this being completely overshadowed by the ground dash, and giving the person that does the 16 advantage to a degree.
Yeah, this is entering at to a lesser degree.
But yeah, defend bullets, right? We were talking
they
about.
Move. Well.
So snipe and all that and disrupting. Yeah, different bullets do a different job. That's the thing that about that is that they are definitely like kind of character specific due to density and whatnot, right?
Yeah,
like
HP type. There's a lot of specifics. But you just understand through playing the game. And at some point it will just go natural, but my bullets won't go through his bullets.
Like 5C and 236 seem the same, but they actually not. Due to how 236 work, it creates this lower wall that the opponent has to dash up to, and that gives me time if they are at a certain distance like this. But 5C is faster, so instead of creating a cover, it creates more distraction, which can still work due to being pretty dense, even on grays. It forces the opponent to, not immediately jump on whatever they want to do. But at the same time, something like 236 do how it works, especially on lane cancel. Oh, this is hard. It becomes super good because it takes a point in space and stands there. And I can actually approach. Or the opponent has to graze and commit harder due to a work. So the move might seem the same, but they actually have two different, they do two different things. This one too, it doesn't seem like much, especially when you try to use in pressure, because there's no way to make it tight. The opponent can definitely, react to it. But the thing is that you can use it, especially in neutral, to capture a spot. By doing this,
I can go there.
Yeah, you cannot just walk in. So if you do that, you commit to a dash. You can
Yeah,
jump, but if you
I
jump,
can't do anything. Like, your self play just prevents me from pressing melee buttons, but normally should prevent the rush down.
there you go.
So that's why you need to understand how set play works, because it just makes your rush down stronger.
It makes the world go
Rush,
round. Even in the
yeah,
air, something I do often, air tech. So jump, and air tech. Yeah, thank you. Like, if they jump forward from that, I still get to punch them, I think. Jump again?
my bad. Oh,
That's
sorry
blocking,
about.
that's blocking. That's fine. Back to neutral. It's a hard read, obviously. But like, this kind of scenario actually happen often where I can combo from here. But the thing is that, for example, here, I could, instead of just going straight after a combo that I think it doesn't even work because of the distance, I could do this. Again.
Oh yeah.
And not like
That's
that thing in the middle. And it doesn't seem like much. But it is a bullet that blocks other bullet. It's a distraction too. Like, the idea of throwing bullet, it's not just to, like, the idea of a poke, even in fighting games in general, it's not just that you really want to hit the opponent. And this is important, it's not even about Soku anymore, it's more like in general. A poke in fighting games is not just there to hit the opponent, right? You are actually trying to occupy a certain amount, certain space, so that you can push the opponent. Let's go back in neutral. So you can push the opponent to slowly but surely either commit to something so you can punish them, or they punish you, depending on the situation. Or again, you slowly push them into the corner by simply taking space. Yeah, that's Futsu's game. So we start doing that. And that was good. I tried to do 5A and he did 6A, and that worked. And this happens pretty much every single time you're playing neutral. More or less, that is what happens. Obviously, it gets more nuanced the longer you go. There we go. I actually had the advantage there to the trade being more for me than for him. And I screwed up there. There we go. And that goes into a flow. Obviously, like, explain like this is kind of hard to see. It takes a lot of time to make sense. Like this thing, you probably almost never use this in neutral unless in pressure, unless you point some mad respect for the follow-ups. But the truth is that you can utilize it in other scenarios to create this. Like example from a knockdown, or again like you're doing like you're doing neutral stuff into. There we go. See? EA expected me to recover from this and then press a button, so he stopped the dash. So I did this, bam, and then suddenly that's working. See? That seems like a made up scenario, but it actually happens often due to the 60, just this kind of dash like this, something you actually see often when you play on the ground more. And the thing is you really need to learn this ground game, because while you may often find yourself jumping and flying, the ground game that has to be established first is the most important one. Because once you establish the ground game, you can actually push forward the air game, and vice versa, right?
So what you can do simply with the ground game is controlling where your opponent will land. That alone is strong, because you can just push your opponent. He's just going into the corner by himself, because it's dangerous to just land where I can end here. So controlling the ground means also controlling the air, even though it's difficult at first and probably not obvious. You're gonna know that the ground dictates the air as well.
Yeah. Air dictates the ground, and ground dictates the air. Both are necessary. They both are part of the game, so you need both. And all moves have a function in the end. Like this move, it seems like something you will never use, but it definitely has usage if you properly if you properly utilize, which is not easy. If they jump on you, for example, this one is a great move. So jump on me. That is not great, but because you don't really get to combo much out of that and counter it, so I just at least get to set up something. But nothing. You can also, I think, teleport, but I don't think that combo. I don't think that combos at all. You don't get to do much. So don't get a counter hit. Jump on me normally. No, that's a counter hit. Just jump on me.
Okay, right. I die.
Ideally, the 2-on-4 is straight up perfect for the air tech spot. Again. Pretty much.
Yeah, like I feel that.
And then if I follow up, he has to take account. Yeah, see? That kind of stuff. Like it all comes together once you get there. Obviously, no one expects you to get there on the spot. Thinking and studying how your buttons apply into the game is really, really hard. But it is important. If you can do it, it helps a lot. A lot. Like 2A, like learning that, for example, this move, Remu 2A, for example, is kind of cursed. Normally you can cancel any recovery frame of a move, no matter how late it is, but 2A, for example, actually has a point where you cannot cancel. If you know that, blocking this move and the follow-up becomes super easy because you can actually fuzzy mesh. 5A, I think it's better. There you go. But if you properly block, because you are waiting for those frames to actually happen,
fuck.
It's not easy. No, I'm not doing 6A 2A. Like I'm doing 2A fully, which is not cancelable.
Yeah, no, I was trying down for the 2A. Then
okay.
if the 6A happens in the console, back again.
Yeah, you're doing trying to fuzzy everything.
Yeah,
it's not easy. But yeah, no, like learning those things is super useful, both on the offense and defense. Because if you understand what makes what are the entires of Reimu and what is the mid-range and what she wants to do and what she doesn't want to do, whatever character you're playing, that is really useful if you end up fighting Reimu. Like, now you know that she has this move, so if you jump on her, you have to avoid that somehow, yeah. That kind of stuff. And you know that can happen, or this one. Yeah. And then you play around it, especially the mid-range one. It's all important information that you need to learn. Again, the fundamentals are the most important ones because they dictate how the entire game is played. No matter what you do, you can have all the cool beams, all the cool stuff. I mean, and it's still not enough. Like for example, this one. You didn't block.
You didn't block me.
That's tight. It's super neat. So I think that we went from the fundamentals as usual.
Yeah, it's fundamentals, but
I think it's clear that when... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, for picking your character, maybe you have already your preference and you would like to play it in some way. Maybe you want that character that NCS super well and don't have to move much, or a super mobile character. All you are a super mobile character, but with a ground game like this, not well set play everywhere. Well, the point is, if you know the fundamentals and how they apply, you know how to pick a character and how to use their normals, the bullets, their
in each situation, at least the basic situation, the most important ones. Because
the skills are kinda extra. They're good, of course, but they shouldn't serve your base gameplay. I think. Like with you carry back to I chose the stage for once. back then, what I did was that move.
No, that's a lot. It still works. It's a good move. I mean, it is good.
It's good. You know why? Because it's a melee, it goes forward, it's big, the recovery is quite okay,
But
and it fucking ignores set play. Set play, I don't know that.
you can
This
actually
is why.
you know, create situations.
Yeah, I didn't
where-
commit.
Due to be committal, it's also good to know the fundamental options you have access to. Otherwise, when someone actually knows how to stop the spin to win,
And I'm dead.
You're dead. You don't know what to do after that. Like, you lost the only option you had because that was the only option you knew. But as you can, as Vault is showing, there are other ways to actually go about this, like throwing your own bullets, dashing forward, and all that. 60C is a move. It's committal too, so you need to be. You gotta know your stuff.
Yeah, so it's not because you have one big move, but super cool.
Wow.
But you can't abuse it, even though it's super
Can't
good.
believe this.
So I think the starting point is to know how your base character works, because both skills, they can be replaced, and it's good, but you should explore how they work, even the ones that are not popular. At some point, you want to make the other skills work, because hey, they're nice, nobody explores them, but how can I make them work? How can I make my game plan unique?
Yeah.
All that.
Or just optimize the character, like from the basic blueprint into the actual, proper complete optimization.
I don't know if I have this deck.
Do you have any?
Oh well, whatever.
Do you have an alt deck, for example? I do.
I think, yeah, I think it's the alt 623. I don't know.
Go ahead, start job.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Oh my bad. I don't know if that's the right deck. I'll see.
I mean, you don't have to be unique spoilers, but if you want to explore, that's cool. That's the entire point. Like, as long as you know the fundamentals, it helps a lot. Like, it makes it a lot easier to find new things, because you know. It is easier
let's say I just want to use an alternate 623, so I lose that super big move, the super good move all around. Okay, I lose it. Now, how do I play? How would I make an alternate 623 work if I don't know how to separate myself from the default 623? So that's the whole point of learning the fundamentals, your base bullets, your base normals, everything.
For example, 2-2 on Yomo is usually this, but better. So when you use Wicked Soul, I get that, which is actually really good. But the problem is that now a lot of my things don't work anymore. From shooting down people from far away to certain setups that I have here, which is one of my favorite one is the 1A, 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 2-2, EA, G6A, and then stuff. That is not executable anymore. But in instead, I gain something. Let's see if I can get level 2. I get to do something like this. Which is pretty good. But I need to know that too. Like, because I'm trying to, like, here, let me show you. No, that was bad, that was awful. Like, that's possible only with Wicked Soul or a chunky character in 2C. 2C can actually be escaped, Wicked Soul cannot. It has no spots to escape once it starts. So I get to do this unique thing, but the only reason why I know that is because I have the fundamentals of the base form of the character, and also because I sat down and tried to apply all those fundamentals to the new move. how it applies to the other spell card, how it applies in a normal scenario, how it applies in a certain weather. All that kind of stuff is part of the exploration of the game, and the fundamentals are necessary to get those unique techniques. Like this one is something I don't normally do often not normally, because it's good. It's good to set up a plus and tight to C. It's not tight, but it's a mix-up. It's a jump mix-up.
Let's pretend.
Yeah, it's a jump mix-up. And it's pretty good, you know. Like I get to that kind of stuff. But on Medium's Bind, I usually don't need it because I just 2-2 and I do other things that are pretty good. Wicked Soul, again, it doesn't work, so I'm forced to actually utilize this kind of thing to get, you know, that makes me do other things that are equally, if not even better at times. But I need to know them. I need to know those fundamental aspects of the character. Like this one is a thing, this one higher into this normal is a thing. The unique JP cancels, those that are unique to Yomu, that kind of stuff. Once you got those, you can explore all you want. You can even explore before that, but as we usually we don't say that, but you know, I think it's better for everyone if you learn those fundamentals before going crazy about the game. You know, it makes it easier for you, right?
Yeah. Well, you can have your fun anyway.
Yeah.
You want to make your skill your deck work.
Yeah.
You want to know how it all runs, and eventually you will change your deck because maybe it's boring. Maybe you want to see what the character can do. What can you do else? If he can change the matchups because let's say you don't have the appropriate.
Can you pick Sakuya?
Okay, let's do.
Go ahead. Sorry, I was just
I don't know my decks. I just take
matter.
the Anger one.
What are you saying?
I just take the Anger deck.
Were you saying anyway? You were saying something.
Yeah, not particularly.
Well,
Anyway.
I want to. Well,
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
So you want to have your own deck, explore the character, and have yeah. Okay, it comes back to me now. Let's say Yomu has difficulties protecting her neutral because Sakuya just has set place everywhere. And do you have the bamboo sword skill? The bamboo, the green.
Oh,
static.
sorry, the Lotus Cat.
Yeah.
Netherworld is better, but yeah, Lotus Cat can also work due to being super dense, and it definitely beats the. What is it? The bee bullets. Yeah, that's true. It actually pretty dense. I have it somewhere.
I only see records. Ooh. Oh my god, the pressure.
The mental pressure. I really would like if they were. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, so we go back in neutral, and Yomu, without that, she's kinda troubled. And now she has a bullet that occupies space. I can't just do that forever.
But I need level 2, but yeah.
Yeah, level 2 is bigger.
Level
But
2,
you get the point.
Yeah.
Maybe for some matchups, you need both skills, but tremendously changes how your approach will be, because the basic approach with your previous deck isn't adapted to what the opponent is doing. Ooh, that's big.
True.
Yeah.
For example, this one is really good for the B bullets, but obviously if Sakuya starts using C bullets, oh,
I died.
gone. Which is fine, because now you're forcing her to use a more committal bullet that you can utilize to get closer. Good. It's actually good. But usually in this matchup I personally use the Netherworld Reflector Slash. But that's me. You could use Lotus Scout. Kinda crazy, but I won't see that as too bad. there is really not a bad deck. If you ask me, doesn't exist a bad deck unless you are purposely like making things that contrast each other. You know, like there are experimenting decks and decks that have stuff in it. You know, personally, I only feel a deck is bad or non-functional the moment you have things that contrast each other. That's it. But if you have like five, like all skills change to four, it's like I'm looking at it in a bit certain stinky eye, but like you can win by just not even having cards. It's fine. But good synergy on the deck is important. A good synergy in the deck is way important. Either synergy or something that makes enough sense, you know. Like this one is 4 Lotus Cats, bunch of clones, level 2 Rekka for some reason because I like the mix up in mid screen and the big damage. You know? So, oh yeah, I want to show a thing. Like even when don't block, in neutral tech, the frame kill, when you like, even just the default aspects of the game, like default as in you don't even add skills, you can still find things by studying other stuff. Like for example, this one. Exactly. This one. That is actually +1.
Oh, is it too weird text again?
Well, if you are tech, obviously it's not plus. But on Soku and Maisa, it's +1 and +2, and there are ways to make every single character plus on width, basically.
Yeah. We got a question from Nixie.
There we go. Where is it? Well, oh, it's in the.
Yeah, it's in general. How do I make full use of spiritual bombs? So the
How do I make full use of spiritual? I assume we're looking the talisman, which I don't have here. Do I need to make a deck?
Oh yeah, it's better if we can make a deck.
Yeah, it's probably good to have a deck. I'll be back. Oh god, I mean, I guess I can shoot. I guess I can just make a deck for a character I don't use.
Yeah.
Reimu, I only use the green deck, so it's fine. I'll use the red win. Spiritual Strike Talisman, and just to be sure, well, we go with that for now. I can come back if anything is necessary. I don't need this. What a deck! What a deck! You can't see it, but what a deck! Okay, reosting.
Yeah.
It would be easier if you guys can write into the chat on Twitch. I'm checking that out, but I guess I'll also keep an eye on the Discord. So talisman, the talisman. I can't believe this game has both Marisa House and the forest, but I killed the fucking Netherworld Night stage. That was crazy. Anyway, so talisman, it can be. It's pretty much a burst, right? I mean, pseudo burst, due to not being utilizable doing a combo.
I think you can use it in combos, but it brings nothing to it.
I mean, oh no, I mean, as in when you are getting comboed.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I have 4. Like.
Ooh.
This one is tight. Hey, plus, I love it. I love this. It's so. Or this one. Wait.
Yeah.
So sick.
This one was.
That's so sick.
So to come back to talisman, yeah. What it is an actual big box that goes all around.
You cannot block it. It's unblockable, I believe. No, it's blockable.
It's an air unblockable.
Okay.
And on the ground you can block it. Oops. So if you want to get a bit more specific, it's 12 frames startup. So it's like a bit faster than a DP. So the first thing, the first use of it is an anti-air. It's the very basis of it. It anti-airs because you have no way of escaping it.
Yeah, but it's a bit so due to the fact that they can air tech out of it. So it's kinda it's good in defense. also.
But or they spend their flights and they can't
True.
move as they want. The
It's good
animal.
to have have them back off in neutral. Also good in the most basic way to utilize is doing pressure. If someone is pressing buttons on you, just smash this out and you push them away. Due to this due to it's so fast, it's invincible. If the opponent is doing a gapped move like a string does a gap, you become invincible and there you go. And basically, whatever they are doing goes through you and they get pushed out. It's a simple.
Yeah.
If you play any other fighting game, it's pretty much a burst. Any form of burst. I think it is outside of like burst as in Guilty Gear. I think even Killer Instinct or something like this. You know,
I don't
Schoolgirls.
know.
Schoolgirls are definitely Schoolgirls has something like this. The infinite provincial system is pretty much a burst. It's just an unblockable. It's just a sort of DP that is bit less committal and is actually invincible. Pretty much. You should treat the talisman as a reversal that is invincible from frame 1. I believe also on bullets. Is he invincible on bullets? Should be, right?
Well,
Throw me
how the-
5C. It is invincible
Yeah.
to bullets. So it's completely invincible. So it's pretty much a super DP. But it doesn't do damage and it just pushes people out. It's also unblockable again. So the best usage is just that. You are in pressure, you are getting pressured.
Well, I'm thinking of
Actually-
another use
Go ahead, sorry.
at Okizeme. Like, if I go for the pitch, like, ooh, I like cross-ups.
Oh yeah. Throw me
And
down.
you don't want me, yeah. I don't know the setups with Marisa, but,
I just neutral tech. Throw me down. I'll neutral tech.
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, but like, I get what you're trying to show. Oh, okay, that's also good. Oh yeah, basically, if they're doing something on Okizeme, bada bim, and they are out.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
So on some characters that are kinda annoying with our cross-ups, you may want to take it because, hey, it's one button. You don't have to press a direction to get it right. It's a one button.
It's omnidirectional, pretty much. It's a box of reversal. It's just either a cross up behind, like whatever they are trying to do. If it's something ambiguous, just a talisman, and that they will go away. It's assured. It's strong. Obviously, there is also another way you can utilize it, and I feel like I don't see ever utilize it because it's kinda hard to imagine, but it's the same thing you can do even in Guilty Gear by using a burst. Oh, I figured out another one. But basically, if someone is like you're doing something on someone, you can actually use it offensively. You know? Let me just get
You try to push them.
like, okay, so here's the thing. It's a move that pushes back the opponent, right?
Yeah.
And if the opponent is doing pressure on you to escape the corner, you can push them back. I never see that used. It's rare, but like, yeah. Let's say like you're in the. Let's say you're in the corner and I get meshed out safely. Yeah, you do something like that. Well, okay, you're supposed to. You were supposed to.
Yeah,
push your
I should
offense.
go all the way.
But if you push your offense, I can actually. Oh my god! I really want the training mode online. So wonky.
Well, anyway.
But yeah, let's say I'm doing like stuff and I get called out, but I can still block. The point is now, yeah, pushing the offense. So, oh. You can, somewhat you can re-push them back. So I think that that is pretty much how you want to utilize Talisman. I don't think there is any secret tech. I know you can combo into it, as in like you can do Talisman and I think maybe in Dust Storm or in Counter you can actually combo out of it. I believe. Like, it's kind of not a common thing. Like, it's not a common
No.
thing. It's just a side effect.
I think one thing to like, how would you use it when you're under pressure is what are we doing and when
Pressure?
do I press it? Yeah. if I have let's say a spiritual bomb on me,
Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah.
you may want to bait it because you see, hey, I have his card. Don't approach. And what you may fall victim of is being baited, and you don't want to get baited into using it because you get punished.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Wait, let me get the. Why it's so far away? There you go. Yeah, you mean that when you're doing pressure on you, you can use it as a mental pressure, and just take that advantage. You mean that? Yeah, interesting enough. Yeah, when you have the talisman, if the opponent is smart enough, they will try to bait out by doing jabs like that and then blocking. And if you know this, call them out. Like
Yeah.
I like the card and just simply call them out for being too scared.
But the bigger game, like once we understood that, there's another layer and just staying out of both your match
range.
range. Yeah, range. I still have some base advantage because you can't move. You don't have the choice. You're back to the corner, so I can just like,
corner check.
you
Yeah.
don't-
Oh yeah, that one. Because if I do talisman, after that I don't think anything matters.
Yeah. So I can decide just to bait it, and just staying at that range is annoying because I can keep you out from.
Like if you do
Getting
3A
away.
here, 3A 5B, I think. Nah, I want a follow up, but I think the follow up doesn't get punished. I believe. Let me see. I think if you do 3A 5B, do 3A 5B.
3A5B.
Yeah.
Mm.
That kind of stuff. You can bait it like that too. That's a thing.
Even
you
from
can
a
do.
distance.
Or
So you should
again,
be wary that your opponent has two ways to bait it. It's either making staggers or staying away but still retaining a threat. So 4-5A, 3A, the usual pokes,
yeah, chicken blocking here is fine. Like you chicken block, but the truth is that you're still kind of stuck in the corner. So yeah.
And if I high jump out, it's your time to come and try to catch my landing.
Yeah, that too, or straight up, I stop you from doing that due to neutral jumping. Kinda slow.
So yeah, this part of pressure is quite important to understand. You shouldn't be on their face. You want them to stay in the corner. And
Yeah, it's fine
them.
if you don't always need to be like here to do pressure. It's fine if you have the corner control because the corner control is still really strong in so you can do a bunch of things that then can push the offense really well. So that's fine.
What?
It's to avoid to getting destroyed too much. It's actually punishable even in that case, but still. Let's see. We talk about a bunch of stuff. It's really hard because you expect more, I expect more questions, so it will be easier. But instead, just talking about random stuff like that is hard. Especially because we talk about in the last big stream, like the 3 hours thing, we talk about all the fundamentals there are. So I can't think of stuff to randomly just
Yeah, I think we did a good basis here.
in this one we talk again about basics. We really stress that out.
Basics are important.
We
to
stress
repeat
that
it.
out a lot, and it's not easy. Don't GG us. It's hard. If no one asks anything, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
Alright, no problem, Mitzi.
Ideally, you know what would be, I feel like interesting, like giving ideas on how to utilize certain things. Like, what I mean is like, there are characters that have certain tricks. And it's like, I don't see them enough. I think that can also be part like exploring the game. It doesn't have to be just explaining things. Also just noting stuff, I think, can be interesting too.
Yeah, giving ideas out.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, if no one really wants to ask anything, we can simply just throw ideas. Like, this that color, for example, keeps doing pressure on me. But like, look at this. It's so fuzzable. It's really hard, and this mix-up is not great due to how it works. Yeah, okay, that's not even necessary. You can just press F5A. Like, it's super tough. And he was doing this sometimes, which is pretty good because at that distance, it's actually a plus. You cannot actually jump away, for example.
Oh, that's right.
See? I think you can combo from there.
Oh, probably.
That B.
Oh, my bad.
You can probably do 2B actually, Oh. Like,
Yeah, you can get an easy.
Yeah, you can probably do stuff. Always also like trying to utilize time paradox personally, and it was super interesting because like this version, it's late, and if you do it from way far, you can actually press your offense. Obviously, it is what it is. It has to be really far, like. Is it? I remember it being plus somewhere. God, I remember it being somewhat plus. On extremely max distance. Oh yeah. Yeah, on the tipper basically. Oh my god.
Yeah. But still, it's quite a good check if the opponent is like, yeah, I don't care, just d6 for it.
It is safe though, and I feel like it's not too bad of a move. And this one
It's safe.
also, I like it due to going through, like, to me a projectile. It goes through if you do it in advance, in the bullet war. Yeah, I think you're punchable though. I don't know, like this kind of stuff. I would like to see it more. I mean, it's not necessary, but it would be neat to see more of this stuff. Like the absolutely can be plus the. Oh yeah. Also, if you do like this,
the absolute zero.
You can also cancel it into something. Oh yeah, right. With levels becomes plus, right? Because it's faster recovery. Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's neat. Or sometimes I feel like it would be just fine to do this due to that being a thing. Like, Daka was just kind of stuck because, Sakura doesn't have much to work with. It's either this or this. 3 frame plus a level 2. Well, damn son, that's a lot. And 6 plus level 3. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I feel like this move is not bad if you know what you're doing. Again, this thing that can be used in neutral just to mess with the opponent. I feel like it's nice. And remember finding stuff in Blue Sky with it. Like in Blue Sky, you can actually do I think only the C version, and you can cancel the last part into something, and it's pretty tight too. So like you can do bullet into this into another bullet. Let me see if I Blue Sky. Where is it? Blue Sky. Sprinkle. Throw me down.
This guy hates engage. No, it's too far.
Too far.
We won't make it. Yeah, it's on the other side of the clock.
It's not fast enough. That's the problem. Drizzle, cloudy.
The Blue Sky.
Blue Sky after.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I remember like you
now you reverse cycle. It makes your repurchase faster.
I think you can do like something like this. Like you
have. I'll try to that.
Like there are interesting. Yeah, that obviously doesn't work, but I feel like it's interesting. I don't know, like just even for the Blue Sky stuff. I read that so many times. The Blue Sky of this character is no great because something. And it's like I never agree because the fact that you can cancel a skill into another how can it be bad when you literally don't get to have that as a function in general? Like, this one into this, not bad. Or just being able to then teleport. Because you can actually like throw this forward. Wait,
And
forward.
to report before.
Yeah,
forward.
and then the teleport behind.
Yeah.
Like I don't see why if people be like, oh, well, this character Blue Sky is bad. It's like, but you get to do stuff that literally you cannot normally for pressure and defense and offense. It's like Sakura's kid doesn't let her do stuff like Yomu. I've heard that. I also have
Bro.
heard, I also have heard that. Like, he's another like, extreme example of why I think Blue Sky is a bit underrated, and I don't understand why. Because it's giving you a function that you literally don't have access normally. Suika doesn't get pretty much anything in combos. Like, she doesn't get nothing because she.
It's far.
I was talking about this with you, Vol. Like, she's so strong that you don't really need to do much in combos. You just even dial is super crazy. But like being able to do certain cancels as Suika is pretty neat. Oh yeah, take some life back. For example, Blue Sky basically works in the same way as the normal system. As in, if you do a melee attack, you can cancel that out. So if you have a melee skill, you can cancel that out into a skill, and if you have a bullet skill, you can cancel that skill on whiff. This 63 is punishable block, do 214 whiffs, do 36 as. See, okay, the movement cancel I'm calling BS on that because you could literally just do it, like it doesn't matter. Oh, right. Thank you. Like here, for example, Suika gets this kind of stuff. Like she can cancel the 236. Which is really important for her pressure into stuff. Like she can.
I have something with you, Carrie.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Go fast.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I could force that. I don't know. Maybe.
That's +5, and if the point is blocking this one, it's like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of underestimated for even characters that normally don't get anything, so to speak. You don't get anything in combos because most characters don't require it. Like it's really necessary for Yomu to do quite good combos. But other characters, okay, it's not Blue Sky. But like other characters definitely gain advantage on pressure because you get to do stuff that normally just doesn't exist. And 6-3, for example, could be good in Blue Sky as Again. Oh, you're right. Cloudy?
Once again.
Okay. So, for example, I could do. Let me think. Oh, yeah, this one. So hard. So hard.
Oh.
that's a thing Suga can do. And then that one, like, it's not possible otherwise. And I've heard like. It's not good for these characters. Like, when you get to do this, which is a melee move into a melee move into a cancel move, like, or this one, you can literally do +5, punch, and then, like, whoop. I don't know. Like, Sakura definitely has stuff. Like, you can probably do 6-3 in the air, and then Blue Sky cancel into 2-3-6. I don't know. Like, I think it's underestimated. Just because you cannot combo into cool stuff. Because the character is not constructed that way. And Yomu is actually constructed that way. But otherwise I think like Blue Sky is definitely like one of those weathers that works on everyone. And it's super sick. Like being able to probably utilize it is super good. Or Monsoon. Monsoon combos are pretty important because sometimes you get really powerful combos that normally you won't get. Like you get certain conversions that you normally won't get. Actually, I don't know where is Monsoon actually.
I think you saved it off, not sure. I think yeah, it's the other side. We won't get it.
I
don't know how to block.
Blue Sky, no?
Sky. Ah, that's terrible. Like
actually,
Monsoon
no,
is like 2 waivers before.
I get Blue Sky again. Actually, it's good. I remove specific Monsoon combo. Like, witness me. Like, look at that. Like, hop, hop, hop. And if I could do it, I'm bad at video games. God.
You can do 623 214.
Oh, yeah,
Without going
you can, but it's
56.
super hard. Like, you have like no frames to do it due to 6 to 3 sticking to the ground like for a moment, straight up. I think it's yeah. But like that is unique to Blue Sky and stuff. Monsoon, I really would like to see Monsoon, but I don't know where is it. I generally don't know.
Which?
Knock me down, Drizzle, Monsoon.
Oh, Monsoon is like 4 or 5 levels before, so
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Why? Screw it.
God.
We're doing that. Okay, now?
Okay, Scorching Sun, yeah, okay.
Okay,
Monsoon.
sick.
Ooh.
Like, Suika has this one, which is super simple combo in the corner, but... Missed it.
Ooh.
That was not even full damage. And even the mid screen, come here, come here. She has this. Which actually does more damage than the normal 5B combo. It's small optimization, but they matter. They matter. They really matter.
There's some Scorching Sun.
Duster, Scorching Sun,
Monsoon.
Monsoon. You have anything? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jump.
Oh.
No,
Sorry,
don't
my
rush this
brain,
way.
my brain. Oh yeah! So
This
sick.
is famous.
That is
It's
sick.
famous, but you know, getting some leverage out of your knowledge
Yeah.
of combos.
Much more specific
Kind of
Monsoon
things
combos.
we work with.
It's all small stuff, but it's really, really important. Like all the weathers, I feel like a lot of weathers are underestimated. Like Scorching Sun now, for example. Like,
Ah my god, what a fucking name, Sage.
let me knock you down.
My bad. Oh, sorry.
No, as in no, it's fine. Let me beat you. Okay. Even
Okay.
just this thing, for example, while the stage changes. Sometimes it's forgotten to do. Like you should be doing that better than this. It's small optimization, but all weathers are like something positive, if you know what I'm doing. Even River Mist. River Mist is like it's kind of annoying, but the swaying back is actually really, really nice because you can do really unsafe stuff. What is it? River Mist. The one time I won River
No,
Mist.
Raven Mist is way before.
Yeah, I know.
We have Monsoon instead.
All weather are super important. You could sit down here for like what hours to explain every weather.
About Raven
Oh
Mist.
wait, I got one. What was it? I think
Yeah, okay.
it was. No, it was something else, but something akin to that.
Anyway, the deal with Monsoon is that it sways you back and forth. What it means in neutral is that if you do something committal, it can be a punish.
It's hard, yeah. River Mist. Oh!
Whoa!
It's always
That's right.
River. It's always River Mist time.
It's always.
It's always River Mist time. Yeah. River Mist is weighing back and forth, which, if I remember correctly, in Skyward Rhapsody was fixed, which sounds terrible.
It was optimized for Komachi.
Basically,
now
yeah.
it blocks Komachi.
See, here we go. So now I'm getting closer. If there's something dumb, it's way back. It's hard to punch me due to getting both of us getting moved somewhere. So you get to do a bit dumber stuff due to that. Obviously, there's a limit to it, but still, you can actually. It has.
Oh, it's always Rival
Whoa,
Mist.
it's always River Mist. Like block my 6 to 3. It's if you block it normally, I believe it's punishable. Don't.
Okay, I'm an idiot.
But yeah, it's fine. As you can see, it's punishable. But in River Mist, even as light. Oh, Diamond Dust. Diamond Dust. You knock me down, and suddenly you get to play video games. Which is, oh god, which is not good.
I forgot. Yeah.
Let me knock you down.
Go on. What the shit?
You
is
can
that?
do like you can actually get projectiles on top of the point, and then go for a melee at the same time. Like
Yeah.
Ale, you can every single weather has a positive function if you know it, and it's super good. Hail makes you recover really fast, and your special moves do more damage. So basically, now this you can just chuck shit.
I can throw B-bullets forever.
Yeah,
Yeah. Video games.
Video games. And it's super good. So weathers too is something that should be like appreciated and understood. It helps a lot. It can save your game a lot to see on the clock that there is a certain weather and you have the the um, the answer for it. Typhoon. Oh, Typhoon. Typhoon is my favorite. If you know your optimization, you can just damage the opponent into death. Is it Typhoon? I bet it's gonna be Typhoon. Spring Gaze. Spring Gaze also not bad because if you know what button is like really active, you can actually.
No.
No, is Spring Gaze is super good.
Don't pay bad for.
Almost.
Fuck.
Mountain Vapor, I like it. It's both good and bad because you can if you have bad cards, you can get new cards, and if the opponent has good cards, you can get them out.
There's also this trick, like you saw me throw this antimatter in the air. I don't have any other card that can be used in the air besides this one.
Oh
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
can just switch and spell.
Yeah, the option select, mash all back in the air, just mash the spell card, or just.
So I'm guaranteed to have antimatter.
Also,
Zoning.
blue sky pressure string for Remo. 623 is good to check if the opponent is not respecting your 623, but 623C is actually cancelable in moves. So in blue sky, yeah, in blue sky I can do something like that. I can do. I die. I dead. But supposedly,
you're bad at video games.
Yeah, I'm really bad. Supposedly I can do 623C into all the other 4 moves I have, or 3 moves. So like 236 or. Spring Gaze, yeah, Spring Gaze also. Wow, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you carry.
This one too? Can you? My God.
Yeah, why not?
Terrifying.
Yeah, with Spring Gaze you abuse your super active move.
Yeah, move so they destroy your opponent. What else? Mountain Vapor.
J5A.
Typhoon.
Typhoon.
Typhoon is kinda depends. Like, it's between using high hit stop moves, so the opponent is stuck doing stuff. Yeah, like that. You can hit them more, or just doing high damage moves, like that one.
Or using busted moves.
Yeah, or escaping if you know how to. It's not always good to get the opponent out of certain good cards. Like if you're fighting someone that has really good cards, you can avoid that by punching them in Typhoon. There's a reason to strive for a certain weather, you know?
What I think about Typhoon is it's kinda overhated because it's
kinda annoying.
It's annoying because it creates a contrast very fast between someone who.
Some characters, yeah.
First, the life bars, it's annoying in itself. Second, because you have to understand how to play evasive, how to snipe them good and keep them hit stop and still manage to get away. So it's all a sport of playing elusively. Evasively.
Also smart if you see. Let me change weather.
Yeah. Calm. Dust.
What is it? Oh, River Mist. Like if you see River Mist on the clock and your opponent has less life and you have a spell card, nothing wrong in randomly throwing a spell card to change it to the phone to gain advantage. It's super good. I've done that before. You know, it's nice. Really good.
Forest with Blue Sword.
Yeah, 6-3. Your 6-3 in River Mist is pretty damn annoying.
Yeah.
It's already hard to punish. Let's forget it, River.
First, it's difficult to punish correctly.
Yeah.
Second, well, River Mist is with me.
Oh, Tempest.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
We can just go through the map.
1, 2, 3. So good. Well, yeah, you have 3 air dashes in Tempest. Pop, pop, pop. The great J2C, J44, J2C, J44. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in Tempest. Oh, I remember that. Why did you make me remember that? I play the ground now. I'm a reform man.
Also, something I like to point out that is not about. We're just jumping around topics, but for example, another thing that I think that comes down into cards and skills and spells and using alt skills and whatnot. For example, like Remo has this, right? This move is actually +1 on Ron block. But if you have the opponent blocking correctly, it's actually their turn. There we go.
I like mashing.
So what is good to have is an answer to that. And Rainbow doesn't really have much normally, unless you have unless you are spaced. But if you're up close, the only thing you can do is this. Now that's real risky.
That.
But you have a bunch of things that you can actually confirm if you have got the hit or not. Oh, I mean, yeah, big brain. But normally, it's pretty decent to have those kind of follow-ups, because now suddenly your 6A has a follow-up that normally it won't have. So now the opponent is forced to respect you for having that thing. Oh yeah, the Yukari basically. Well, 6A.
Yeah, I'm -3, but I can backdash and I get to the initial position if they try to match me out.
Or you can do 6-3 if you have the run. Because you can easily confirm. Oh yeah, or you can keep it.
If I'm spaced, I can just 6-3. Or if I'm feeling like, yeah, I don't care, I will just throw.
You basically kind of
my
select. Because if they block it, you can ran. If they don't block it, you just don't do anything, right?
Yeah, even without ran, I can just run the mix up all fine. Because even if I just walk back, and what do you have? What do you have?
I mean,
yeah, cool.
But yeah, otherwise you can do the bowling option select and do 6-3 delayed, and if they block it, you can still throw ran and keep pressure. And now it's your turn.
I don't know my setups.
With the character you play?
Yeah, I have 3 copies of the blue border, but
we had a moment.
I haven't. I forgot those.
Oh man.
I barely use them. It's just funny card.
Like this one too. If the point is like the type of person to mesh after that. Wait. Oh, okay. Ooh. I figure you would mesh, after a bit.
Oh. At this range? Oh, yeah, sure. Ah.
There we go. I can still check that out with... Actually, yeah, I can do this. Or if I'm really crazy. Yeah, that's that kind of idea, Also, cards can be utilized in different ways. Let's see if I can find the card I want to... This one, for example, my favorite. It's pretty bad, but if the opponent has like no orbs, even in the case they try to like dodge it, they die. It's expensive though. It's expensive, but it's almost full screen, and you can just randomly activate if the opponent has like used all the orbs. And there is also another spell card that can be used in a different way, which is after border escape. Like each card, each skill, and each move, like once you understand how the game works, you can apply all of the usage in different manners. Again, it would be easier if people asked, because I actually have ideas usually. So no, now I'm running down, things.
Well, I think it's a good time to conclude things.
Wait, what?
Like, I say it's a good time to wrap up things. It's been a good hour and a half already.
Yeah, it's
so yeah, we went through a lot of things, but basically.
Throw me a 6A. Actually, I got this. 6A. What do you do after 6A?
What C?
Okay, yeah,
do nothing.
Okay, yeah, do that. Do one of those. That is literally unescapable.
Depends.
No. Okay, I should have another. It's really like an escapable situation that you create by yourself. And it's something I actually would like to see more. The melee reversal utilized to actually punish completely opponents. Yomo has one card that is melee and it's no great. It works, but you have to be really fast, so your opponent has to be doing something really slow. I swear I have it. I have two of those. I swear. Oh my god. Why does it take forever to find anything? Oh my god. And plus, eventually I'll find what I seek.
You're not.
Seriously
Not
though.
yet.
That's really good.
I think the point overall is once you understand the fundamentals to work with, you can make pretty much anything work for you. And be it spells, spell cards, spells, skills. Once you have your fundamentals, you know how you can make that skill strong, that spell strong.
Yeah, you just need
It's
to.
very important.
Oh, see, basically, okay. So
Okay,
you do six. Let's make something on what's the word? Like on something pre-made. So you do 6A, right?
Yeah.
And then what you do?
I can do multiple things like.
Okay, let's say.
I say you have a reversal. I'm
Okay.
waiting for it, so I do 6A 5C.
Oh, okay. So you will.
Yeah.
Let's
If
decide. Let's decide now because I don't have another one.
I do 6A 5C,
And then?
and so you'll be on my 6A and press the reversal. What I
Okay.
want to do to check if is that I can. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's no way I don't want to lose the card.
Yeah.
One.
What I want to check is that if I can backdash during my 5C to avoid the reversal
Okay, so.
or something.
It's okay.
Okay, so 6A 5C. Ready?
Yeah. I was ready, but I was waiting for it. There we go, okay.
Okay, 6A 5C.
I told you.
Okay.
You are literally dead. You need to have a reversal of your own and counter reversal. It's actually kind of fucky. I know. It's something
Anyway.
I don't see it now. Do you have a melee? Okay, this works only with melee reversals. You actually can do it without having a spell card. You have 6 to 3 6. So I do this. And you can. No, actually, no, I do this. It's about escape, doesn't matter what I do. So you do that, and I'll do pa, 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 right? Gotta be fast. Okay. Oh, right. Wait, no. Oh,
Hey,
almost, yeah.
63B. Yeah, no, I actually used the 63B.
No,
It low profile.
I saw it, yeah.
It low profile to Instant Strategy 6A. So I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, I mean.
Yeah, if you do Instant Strategy 6A.
Oh, okay, that's cool too.
Yeah.
I like the border escape because.
Anyway, I think it's good. Everyone got the point of what we tried to explain for this stream, so
Yeah.
it might be good to
Unless
just end it.
unless you people have anything to ask again.
Yeah.
For now, like next time, either we think about other things or we execute the entire stream in a different manner. Like I think it's good to help you guys if you're interested in this. Obviously, we'll probably just do streams and maybe fight each other and Actually, I kinda would like to have a best of 3 before closing.
Okay, let's go.
I'm gonna play Raimundo.
Oh fuck.
Wow,
Okay.
I can't believe this.
Meet my son, eh?
No!
Just go.
Fight me in my fucking shrine.
Oh fucking.
Fight me at my shrine. Miko fight. Yeah. Actually, no, I'll see you in your home. No!
Yeah, my home.
Oh my god, why is this so hard? There you go.
But
But yeah,
yeah,
for now
don't
we
speak
do this.
about it, Dr. Yeah, the thing with Sanai is I've got absolutely no text, so all I do is basically
Oh,
relying on what I know with what
oh
I
yeah,
know.
the big buttons. Oh wow.
Fuck, I'm not victory.
That was a bit too. Oh. Hmm. Ah. My god, that thing is huge. Oh wow, what?
Yeah, set play in the game. I always use the B version because it covers vertically.
Oh my god, it got on the ground. Oh,
Yeah.
That's no plus.
Yeah, it's always minus. And tearing.
Goodbye. No! Ah! Can't believe this. Fade.
Ooh. Oh shit.
Nice. 6A. It's a good button! Like, Sana has a great 6A. Obviously, she's gonna use it.
Ooh, like that. Just got a good one. You got little mixed up.
Say that, and yes. Alright, you do have that. Okay, that's smart. Yeah, obviously. Certain things are committal to L and back, so there's that. Nice. While we're fighting, we're still like answering
Yeah, it's
questions
very
if you
basic.
want.
There's no tech involved. No, not bad.
That was unlucky, and I'm not doing.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Whoa, the range of that.
Ah shit. Yeah, 60 is like one of Sanai's best bullets. It's absurd. Really. You see?
That's a poke, alright.
It holds neutral forever. Super good. That's kind of the how do I say that? You see, Sanai players use the wind for holding neutral, but you have that. That's a big button. What do I have? Oh, I have that.
Oh my, I cannot get into cancels. So sad. I've missed out on like. I. Can't believe you've done that. I can't believe that worked.
Ah, my 63.
Did I even cancel into that? Pepper. No more. More. Squid. Hey, no, I'm mashing the reversal. I actually. Oh. That is not. Oh wow. Nah, that is not fast enough. Doesn't work in neutral either. But yeah. Next time, do you think we should like have a proper topic? I feel like it would be good to get some feedback on this.
Yeah, it would be good to know what you guys want to watch.
What is on people's mind? Ahí. The movie is nice, but I can just kind of dish out. Oh god, this plus. Oh. When I win this, probably the same. Woo! Woo! There you go. Hey.
Yeah, it's right on miss. Press. And save best buttons you have.
Obviously, your 6 is being never missed. No.
Fuck.
It's not hard to dodge this, but it can be kind of bothersome. Oh shit! Nice. Whoa. Oh. Oh, combos. We got those. Those frogs are better than they look, honestly.
Yeah, I like those.
Many backdashes, my guy. Ooh. Oh wow, it stays active even if I get hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have one with the mains, and for now we got everything down. It's almost been 2 hours. In any case, if you guys probably later we'll ask some feedback, any kind, you know. It will be. I think it won't be also awful to just have those every once in a while. Maybe I don't. You know, I don't even know. Maybe There's fine guys playing and streaming every once in a while, right?
Yeah.
You know, games
Yeah.
and stuff. I don't know, but I just thinking about how to remodel stuff. It's just that we're being busy lately, so you know. Eventually, after this month is over, maybe we'll be able to work properly. Okay, let's have a last one. Ooh, nice. That was good.
Oh, come on, my J-Day.
Classic. Wow.
Yeah, I jumped.
Okay, so
Yeah,
surprise.
yeah, I saw you, DP. Don't worry.
Okay. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. Oh, just when I was going forward. Oh, nice. I see. Nice. Every time.
That's my.
No! I was crouching for like 1 frame! I swear, I was crouching for 1 frame. Nice blast.
Here.
I actually had that level 1, if you remember. No.
Yeah, back that shit's good.
Ah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I crouch for a moment.
All right.
GG's.
Yeah.
Alternating guard. Yeah, I do that often. If you like, I do this in mid screen. I just
I know.
I vibrate.
It's 2 hours now.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
GG.
actually do that. GG's. Actually, I do that a lot. I actually don't even know if he means anything. The up and down, you know. I just do this often, like. 'Cause I'm trying to check the low, and just keeping my fingers moving. I do that actually in Tekken 2, so I don't know. I know it's good. But yeah, W623 against people who know how to bait. I'm not even baiting. I'm just sitting at the right distance. I'm not even
Yeah,
baiting.
that's called baiting.
I mean, I
You're just
get.
waiting.
I get.
Yeah, to an extent, it's just waiting for your opponent to commit to something, a keep out move, or yeah,
Yeah, and then I throw
waiting for your opponent.
bullets, and I throw bullets when I can, keep you busy, and all that. Yeah. So it's been pretty much around time, 2 hours. There is also Soku Saturday in a bit, I believe, right?
You know how
Yeah.
I think.
But yeah, there is also Soku Saturday in so like yeah, in 1 hour. It's pretty much an hour. So if ending here is perfect. So we'll definitely ask for your feedback in a moment. And if you like this, found this useful, yeah, tell us
So
so we can do it again.
have fun with the game.
Yeah, I'll
Have fun with the lab.
also I'll upload this like comment and subscribe. Yeah, I was kinda lost on that
You
one.
bet. Subscribe to Genki's channel.
Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. No, but I'm gonna upload this one later on the VOD channel. So yeah, this one is not going to get lost forever. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be on the VOD channel. It's not gonna be on my main channel as it's kind of generic. We just were talking about stuff and trying to answer questions that not exactly appeared. So
Yeah. Again, so tell us if there's one topic that interests you.
eventually,
Yeah.
these are
You may be having that one skill and don't know how to make use of it, and
yeah.
you can send us, "Hey, how do I use that?"
We are fine about talking
Yeah,
about that too. Yeah.
if you can share what you think it does, it's good too. Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's all for today.
So we'll see you probably next week. There is a tournament. I'm actually thinking about having DTC on Saturday, maybe. I really want to participate in the Guilty Gear tournament. So Monday I'll say what when the tournament is gonna be. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That said, thank you for joining us, and
Yep.
yeah, we'll see you probably next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a good evening, lads. See you.
Yeah. Bye bye.